little hamlet of Dras today, some of the most crucial assaults, including the attacks on Tiger Hill and Tololing, were launched from here. Today, it's a busy little place, not unlike small towns in other parts of the country. Just 6 years after the assault on Tiger Hill, we come across a group of tourists who've come all the way from Colombia. What about a place like Dras? It's very small, but why do you come to Dras?
Tiene su belleza, tiene su encanto, la gente es hermosa, el paisaje es hermoso.
Beautiful people and landscape is beautiful. And
are you enjoying yourself?
Oh, definitely. It's very nice to see other cultures, other religions, other ways to see their life.
Did you know there was a war over here?
Sí, he escuchado.
And that doesn't worry you to come here?
¿No te preocupa eso? ¿No te asusta?
Why?
Me parece que es un país tranquilo, sereno.
Que en general in general is a country very peaceful.
Okay, so no worries, no problems, no concerns?
No worries.
This is the Dras that I remember. This is the small town of Dras. It's almost unbelievable that this is the same town from where the decisive attacks against Tiger Hill were launched in 1999. Dras is today a boom town. Everything seems to be available over here. There are tourists from Colombia who we ran into a little while back. Well, during the Tiger Hill operations, there was one dhaba in this entire town which was open. And that dhaba is still around. It's Hotel Chand. And we're going to go have a cup of tea with its owner. Chand sahab, एक कप चाय. Chand sahab, एक चीज बताइए, कारगिल युद्ध जब हो रहा था, आप यहाँ क्यों रुके?
यहाँ फंस गए थे सर, इसलिए यहाँ रुकना पड़ा.
और कहीं नहीं जा पा रहे?
और कहीं जा नहीं सकते, ना इधर जा सकते थे, ना उधर जा सकते थे. गाड़ी वाले यहाँ रुकते भी नहीं थे, सीधे जाते थे ऊपर, सीधा नीचे ऊपर. मैं बोलता सर चाय ले लो, नहीं चाय नहीं पी, सीधा ही निकलते थे इधर उधर.
और बमबारी सारे दिन रात चलता था?
रात दिन इतना चलता था कि कहीं 20-25 कहीं बम आते थे.
डर नहीं लगता था आपको?
डर तो लगता था, पेड़ यूँ करता था, चलता था, क्या करता. मजबूरी है, ना इधर जा सकते ना इधर, ना तो राशन मिलता था, बचे थे. यहाँ तो कई पत्थर आते थे, दरवाजा बंद करते थे तो फिर यहाँ बैठते थे. कोई कस्टमर आते थे, या फौजी आते थे या पेपर वाले आते थे, आप लोग बस, और कोई नहीं आता था. लोकल आते थे 2-4 जो है कि गाय को संभालने के लिए जी, वो आते थे. मैं कोई सब्जी कुछ नहीं मिलती, पर खाली चावल मिलता था. चावल या ये गेहूं आटा ये मिलता था, वैसे खाने को तो मिलता था फिर जी.
Indian Army runs some of the country's most prestigious academies and institutes. These cover a wide range, from arts to engineering, from administration to strategy, from armament technology to management. You name it, we have it.
The Indian Army. Do you have it in you?
Great Battles, brought to you by Speed, the high-performance petrol from Bharat Petroleum.
Was ever one word to describe the Kargil War, it would have to be extreme. Even today, after countless stories on the war have been written, there is nothing more astounding than the fact that Indian soldiers actually managed to climb those heights. And their story of unbelievable courage is the same everywhere across the sector. After crawling uphill on near vertical snow-covered slopes, Indian Jawans invariably ended up face to face with the enemy. And almost always, the Pakistanis held the edge, firing down at the Indian soldiers, often pinning them down or shooting them to pieces. The lucky few who survived the barrage went on to close-quarter combat with the Pakistanis. By the time these men had made it to the Pakistani posts, they were injured, battered, hungry, but desperate to end the combat and win back what was theirs.
The enemy commander, after Zulu Spur, he wanted his dead bodies back. And he requested me, Colonel Mustafa of 19th Frontier Force, he requested our post commander. I said, okay, you will get the bodies back. But what will you do? He says, sir, I'll go back. I'll leave that area and go back towards Kultari, 1.5 kilometers. You don't have to fight. Thereafter, I'll go back. I said, okay, I'll give you your bodies, 3 bodies back. Next day you'll come, send your people and collect those bodies. But with proper honors, not otherwise. The bodies were handed over with honor. But when I checked back, I said, how do I take your word? He simply said, sir, I'm a Pathan. And that was it. And he went back. And I think so he kept his word.
Kargil was the start of a new chapter for the Indian Army, and the causes of the war and the reasons why intelligence agencies were unable to detect the Pakistani intrusion resulted in profound changes in the structure and thinking of the Indian armed forces. More than anything else, it was a lesson to the armed forces that no region of India, no matter how extreme, could be left unattended. It was a lesson learned the hard way through the lives of more than 600 Indian officers and Jawans killed fighting on the Kargil front. But perhaps the biggest reminder at the end of the day was on the character of the Indian Jawan, who seeks nothing but will willingly give everything, including his life. It was these men with a host of young officers leading from the front that enabled the Indian Army to achieve this.